Hi guys, I'm back. Today I think I'm gonna do like a spring inspired look and just something good for Easter. I did a St. Patrick's Day look, but I forgot to film it, so but that one was like green and gold and it came out really nice. I liked it. Um I might film that another day and show it for you guys. Let's see. One thing I want to talk about is blushes. Like, what's y'all's favorite? Like, I've tried powder blushes before, and they just didn't work for me. Like, the only one I've really tried is the Neutrogena one when they had that, and it was a powder, and it seems like it just took a lot of stuff for it to show up. So, right now I use, where is it? The NYX Wonder Stick blush, and it's got two different ones on it. It's light peach and baby pink. Or I'll use my lip gloss as well as blush. And, or not lip gloss, lip stain. And this one works pretty well for it. I have another one somewhere. It's not over here, I guess. But I've learned with this one, it's very, very pigmented, and to be careful with how much I use. This one, I don't have to be as careful. So, but yeah, I just find cream blushes work better for me. They blend in better. Granted, I want to say the only one I've tried is Neutrogena, and I feel like there was another one, but that would have been like when I was in high school, and I can't remember what brand it was. Might have been like Maybelline or CoverGirl, I'm not sure. And they've probably changed their formula since then too, so. Because that was, I graduated back in 2009, so I'm sure they've changed it. Alright, just get some foundation on really quick. That doesn't take too long. Yeah, and I'm just using my Neutrogena foundation. A lot of products I use are going to be pretty much the same. It's just the Healthy Skin Liquid Makeup. It's supposed to be really good for your skin, which I like. And it just works well on me because I found a shade that works and, But unfortunately, their blush, when I could find it in stores, it's gotten really hard to find now, at least in my area. It didn't work. It seemed like it took a whole lot of product, and I got better results with a cream product. So what are y'all's thoughts on blush and all that, and especially powder makeup in general? Because I guess I just don't have the skin for it. It just kind of looks cakey and weird on me if I try it. Mostly my skin's kind of like, it's either oily or it's dry. There's literally no in between. So I have to wash it real good before I do my makeup. Let's see, just making sure I got nice coverage. Alrighty. Now I'm going to start with my eyes. Grab my concealer. It's the Neutrogena concealer in Ivory 1. And it's the cream concealer. I love cream makeup. Works better. Again, it's just my skin type, so it might have been that for the blush. It otherwise was a fine color. I liked it. It seemed like it took so much product just to show up. Like, and I was just like, I don't want to use that much product for, And plus, like I said, maybe they're making it anymore. I haven't seen it in stores in a really long time. There we go. The only powder things that really work on me are eyeshadows, honestly. Because yeah, I find I couldn't get the powder blushes to mix in, I guess, and I don't know. Like, what do y'all use, anyways? Because I've seen a lot of people online use the really expensive ones, but I'm like, if I bought one of those, I don't know how it would look with my skin, or again, skin, I have sensitive skin, and yeah, I'd have to like go to Sephora or something That's a lot of money. All right, I am going to start with, where did I put it? Oh yeah, this is another blush I use. It comes in the Peri Para palette. It feels creamy. I'm not sure if it's like a powder one. It doesn't feel powdery. It feels like a cream when you put it on, and I like it. And I'm not allergic to it. That's another big thing. I'm gonna start with a nice base color here, actually, from this palette. Start with this light one and just get that everywhere. Just using my EcoTools brush for that. It's their blurring shadow one. A lot of these are going to be the same because I have favorite ones, and I reuse the same brush for everything if I can. This just gives something to... It's a very light one. You don't really see it on my skin, but it puts something there at least, other than the slightly white that is the concealer. Alrighty. How am I gonna do this? I haven't really thought this through, but I'm gonna make it work. I'm actually gonna start with this darker pink on here. Or actually, no, I don't want to do that. I want a nice blue that'll work for spring, and I want a nice light one. And I'll get that from my other eye palette here, because I want to put the pink in the middle. And I find it easier if I have the blue on the outside, and I'm just dabbing off my brush here a little, just on a piece of tissue. I got my NYX Vintage Jean Baby palette. And I've actually used this as blush because it says it's for face only. It worked, kind of. So, because it says it's for cheek and temple, but I'm like, I'm sorry, in what world am I putting this purpley blue on my cheek or temple? Like, I might eventually one of these days, but it just sounds really weird to me. I'm probably still going to try it. But I'm going to go with this nice light blue here that turns a lot darker on me. And just start stamping that on the outside and do like halfway up. And these are very pigmented shades, but that's what I like about them. It's, you know, you get what you pay for with it. And I like to use my whole eyeshadow or eye area to do eye looks, especially under the eye. I've seen a lot of people not do that, and they just use something white up here. That's fine, when it's whatever works. I like to continue the color, because otherwise it feels like, to me, you can't really see it. But, you know, again, just do what works for you. Like, this is a way that works for me, and just do what works for you. Again, do the same with the blushes, because, like I said, I've tried a couple different powder ones, and they weren't my favorite. I used them, but I just, they were meh in my opinion. But yeah, you do you on all that. Here we go, and then just some under the eye. Okay, there's that. And I'll probably switch to a different brush to do the pink, because otherwise it's gonna do its own thing, I'm sure. Which I'm gonna use that Peri Para palette for. Where's my other brush like this? There it is. Yeah, I'm using my other brush that's got a similar end, so I'm happy with that. There's my Peri Para palette. Because, yeah, I've also seen people online use eyeshadows as blushes, and I mean, it works. I've done it. I just prefer a cream one, or at least a liquid one in general. That's just personal preference on that, but, yeah. But unfortunately, with, like, Neutrogena, they don't have a whole lot out brand-wise for that. So, yeah. And I'm just, picking up another pink one here. This one, just putting it on the inner eye area. That nice and in there on both of them. And then, let's see. figure out a way to work some green in here. I might have to do a bit like the, the Neapolitan one I did, kind of. We'll see. Like I said before I started this, I hadn't entirely thought this out, so just getting a nice amount of that pink on there. But yeah, I think that's starting to look good. Some under the eye. I might put another sparkly pink on top at the end though, because this one's just a really good base one. And just pick up more of that pink for this eye. Just get that blended a little as well. A little more pink over there. Alright, and then I'm going to find a nice green in one of my palettes here, because I have almost all of them over here right now. Let's see. I'll look at my Jurassic Park one and see if I find anything in there that I want to use. Not really. I want a nice bright one that'll really show up. I do have another NYX palette. I know that's bright, and it does have a nice green in there. I could use that. How am I gonna do this? Am I gonna just cut crease with it, kinda, and just go into the pink and blue? I might do that. See, that's why I haven't really layered much on the pink and blue. That way, if I cut crease with it, kinda, you know, it's not too much out of it. But I'm just gonna do like this. But I'm still gonna put sparkly on it, because, yeah. And just kind of come this way with it. Because I just like to do also weird shapes. It's very different, and I love it. Probably gonna put some setting powder on that. That's the only other powder product I do use, actually. I forgot about that. It works for me, and yeah. Just get this on here. See if I can get that a similar shape anyways. We'll see. Yeah, it's very close. So let's see. That's why I like having a little stick concealer like this, is I can just do this and it's all good. I'm just trying to get these to kind of match-ish. It won't be exact, but it'll do. I learned this online from a few other people that'll kind of help just cut in some color wherever you want, and you know, there we go. Let that dry a little bit while I grab my brush over here and my setting powder, which I'm gonna put on there, and that'll help it not eat the eyeshadow I put on top. It's just the Neutrogena Shine Control powder. Don't know what's on that, but all right. I'm just trying to open it here and get some on. It's got a little mirror on it, which is nice. I like this stuff. It does kind of work for me. It's the only setting powder I've tried, or anything I've tried to use as a setting powder. So, but like I said, just sometimes just powders and me don't work too well. Don't know why. They just, I don't know. Like I said, it's probably my skin type. That's why I don't use powder blushes. I just never got those to work or look good. All right, and that'll at least apply a little powder. This at least just holds all that where it's supposed to be as well. And that just puts down something at least just for the eyeshadow. And it holds my concealer where it's supposed to be. So, alright. Done with that for now. Let's see. Oh, there it is. I'm going to grab this. I know that's bright. And do that. And I'm going to use this green shade here. And we'll see how bright it is because I haven't tried to use that one yet. So, hopefully it's bright enough. Wait, that wasn't a brush I wanted to use. Might work. That's a brush I'll use for something else. So I have the blue. Sorry, I'm just trying to find a brush I want to use for this. There it is. I usually try to use mostly the same brushes, but sometimes I just don't. Alright, I grabbed my other EcoTools brush. Love their brushes, good for sensitive skin. Alright, we're going to see how bright this green is. I've not used it yet, so I don't know. Ooh, that's a good green. And I might even put in some purple somewhere too, like nice light purple if I got one. That's a nice green, I like that. And what that setting powder did was just help hold the concealer and kind of just give me a spot that's not wet to put it on. The purple I might do under the eye. We'll see. Just pat all. I find if you pat it all on first instead of just smearing it, it just works better, especially just for color pigmentation. You know, especially with some of the darker eyeshadows I've seen, where if you try to just smear them outright, they get just very patchy and don't work too well. So this is another thing I've learned just from other videos online, just to pat it on first. And yeah, I think that's looking good so far. We'll see how it works at the end. Like I said, I hadn't thought this one through at all. And always, if you guys like these videos, just like and subscribe, and I'll be uploading whenever I can. Once a week minimum, but sometimes I might do it more than that. We'll see. It just depends on what I'm doing that day and all that, because whenever I do videos, I like to upload them immediately. I don't even edit these. So, just getting that green color nice and very similar to the other side. Okay. Now, let's see. This one has a nice purple in it too, actually. It's classified as a face shade or pigment or whatnot. But I'm still going to put it on my eyes. I want to. And yeah. I'm going to probably put it on that inner corner of my eye here a little bit. I'm going to use a eyeshadow brush first. Or eyeliner brush. There we go. And we'll see how this one comes out. Because now that I dab on it, it's starting to look pinky purple. And if I don't like this one, I will switch to one of my other palettes. And I think the Jurassic Park one might have a purple in it. We're going to see if I don't think this works too well. I don't know. If they have a more purpley one in there, I may just use this as a base for it. Yeah, I'm going to just use this as a base for it if I have a more purpley one in there. Like, I do like it. It's just, you know, I want it to stand out a bit more if I can get it to. We'll see. Looks about even, looks good. Obviously, I'm going to use one of my clean brushes and just blend over everything once I get it all the way I want it. So let's look in this, because I can't remember ever what's in this Jurassic Park one. And purple wise, that's the same shade pretty much. I mean, it has a picture on top, but you can't really tell. I mean, slightly more purple. We're gonna see how it looks. I'm gonna just use the same brush too. So this looks more pinky. And it's got a purple-ish color right here. Although it does have a purple glitter. I might use that, we'll see. When I'm doing all my glitters and stuff, I just like to get a nice base color down. And go from there. That's not too bad. I think that's a little more purpley at least. But yeah, I like using spring colors. I like using bright ones, but don't get me wrong, I love my neutrals as well. It just depends on what I'm in the mood for that day. Like today was a spring color, bright one day. Although, one of these days I'll show you in a video how I use like my neutrals, like my Peri Para and whatnot, because I like the blush that goes with it. But yeah, so far, and I'm gonna blend it out, it's not too bad, honestly. Just, you know, do a little bit of this, a little bit there. I'm gonna grab my pink brush as well and just start going over things, kind of. Because I'm gonna go back in with something that's even a little more pink and a little more sparkly. I like to layer the looks. I find it just looks better. Although I will use my pink sparkle on top because, yeah, and I'm just gonna gently pat all that in. Right where the pink is still showing. And just let the blue and the green blend in when I do that. There we go. And get some more pink on there. Just pat. There we go. All right. Does this have a blue sparkle? No, but it does have a no, that's bright blue. I like that. But this one has blue sparkle. So I'm going to put the blue sparkle on a little. Just a little bit. I'm going to use a different brush for that just because it's one of my Harry Potter brushes. And this has got a nice blue sparkle right here. So I'm going to just use a little bit of that. And it'll darken the blue a bit, but that's fine, honestly. And just stamp it on a little. See? I know this is all very colorful, and I like color. And I'm just going to stamp some of that blue on here as well. Okay, and let's see. Next one I'm going to do, I have a green sparkle somewhere. Saw one. There it is. I know that's Bright Palette. Okay. Now I'm just going to stamp into this corner one. That just really picks, I find it really, usually, not with this one apparently, picks it up. Just get it nice and on there. And then just start putting it where the green is a little. It'll just add a nice little sparkle to it. Just get a nice amount for the other eye. Yeah, I think that's got a nice bit of sparkle. Add a little more of the, yeah. I am a sucker for glimmery eyeshadows. There we go. And I'll do the pink glitter as well. Because that'll be from my Peri Para palette. And I'll just use the same brush I was using for the pink, honestly. I probably should have done that for the green, but oh well. I'm just using the glitter one here. And just stamping it up there. Because I know if you just brush along like I just did, a lot of the glitter will go away. And I don't want it to do that. Okay. And then they do have a purple glitter, and I know that's Bright palette. Let me grab this other eyeliner brush here. It's another one of my Harry Potter ones. And if I can get the thing open correctly, it helps if you open the right side. They have a nice purple glitter. We're gonna see how that looks. And again, that says not a face pigment, so I don't know where they think you're putting the purple glitter, but okay. Then we're just gonna start stamping that on. Set this down and grab my little mirror as well so I can see what I'm doing a little better. Ooh, that is a nice purple. And just, yeah. It's a very nice shimmery purple. So, we're just going to make all that just blend in nicely. So far, kind of see a difference. I like it. Just get some more of that purple on here. Okay. I'm gonna grab my green brush. I see something needs a little fixing. There we go. And just get some more of that purple on here for that other side. Because this is just a nice purple. But yeah, if you guys want to see more of these videos, just don't forget to like and subscribe. And like I said, I upload them the same day I film, honestly. Like, as soon as I'm done, I literally upload these. So, I'm going to get that in there. Brush that away a little. And, yeah. I'm going to grab my, let's see. But, yeah, what do you guys think so far? Like, you know, I think it looks pretty nice. But, I know it can look different to you guys. So, yeah. Where is my mascara? There we go. And also I need, because I like to do this, because otherwise it feels like my eyebrows disappear a little with the makeup. Use my Neutrogena Brow Tint Pen. And I always lay it sideways and just gently brush the hairs that way. Because I found if I do it with the point, like you're probably supposed to, I don't know, the directions were not clear. And I've yet to find a video that really shows that. It just didn't work for me, so. But again, what doesn't work for me might work for you guys. Yeah. It is a shame their blush didn't work for me, honestly, because I did like it. It just took so much color to do so little, or so much product anyway, so I'm just like, I couldn't reason it out if it took so much product. Because I would get my brush pretty loaded up and it's maybe just barely show. So I was like, I'm going to go with it. Wasn't super pigmented at all. Which, don't get me wrong, super pigmented is fine. But when I'm dipping my brush in there and loading it 2 to 3 times and maybe barely getting color to show, it just isn't for me, I guess. I don't know. Okay, and I'm using my contour stick from NYX. This is their universal light one. And I'm going to show y'all something I figured out. Maybe a little bit of a contour hack. Put it on the sides of your finger, because I don't know if you're like me and you can't line it up on your face worth anything. And then you can start from your ear back here and just point towards your mouth and just stamp it on. Even a couple of times if you want, you know. But like, I can never get the length the same or the angle. And obviously I'm going to blend that out. But I found this works well for me. I'll get some on here. I get my finger nicely loaded up with it again. You know, I just do that on the side. And get my knuckle that has the stuff on it lined up with the top of my ear and point at my mouth. Okay, somehow that still didn't work, but I got it to work better yesterday. But at least if you even do this, but it could work. It's still going to take me some practice. It's a new thing I figured out, so. And I'm going to get some more contour on, because as you can see, it worked on the other side, so. Okay, and now actually, since I have a bit of a chin, I'm going to try something I've seen online where people do it under to kind of hide it. I don't know. We're going to see if it works. If not, I just won't do it next time.